Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to read the book Japa 9 Keys from the Shishtastaka by Gurujan Prabhu. O Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanayana Shalagya Chachurumilidam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. It is far better to find a spiritual focus. Don't listen to the mind. Continues, if only reveries, especially when chanting Japa. The only reverie worth listening to is the one that says, if only I had love for Sri Radha and Krishna, nothing else has any value. Neglect the mind that does not take you to Krishna. But if the mind becomes attached to the hankering to become a true devotee, don't neglect that mind. All other emotional attachments will trap us in the material world and effectively stop our japa. We will be forced to fulfill our long list of desires or dreams, our search for happiness in the desert of material life. Will we actually be happy if we never learn to hold the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna in the heart? Don't find yourself asking 40 years from now, why did I neglect to hear the holy names?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I think we did that one. I think let me see. Maybe like I said, you can read from here, Mataji, page number 70, the sadhana process. I
Okay.
think I might have. Can you see it, Mataji?
Yeah, the sadhana process presents us with choices. If we use our freedom to choose, we can know that whatever we choose will reveal what we actually want to achieve in life, what we think will make us happy. Is it the service of Sri Radha and Krishna, or one of the phantasmagorical presentations Maya offers? During Japa, Maya will present endless distractions, but that's not our concern. Our task is simple: listen to Krishna's holy name, to a single holy name or one mantra, and call out to the Lord. You may have spent years on the journey to acquire the spiritual jewels of realization and taste. Will you allow the highwaymen of lust, pride, and envy to steal the jewels of realization you have already gathered? Misplaced anger can steal everything we have spent our lifetime gathering. Call out to Krishna to save you. We will come immediately. He is already present in his name. Apinatvam Nama Namina. The mind may be holding tightly to its lust, but as darkness flees before light, the mind will release its attachment as soon as one actually takes shelter of Krishna's name. Raghunatha Das continues, mind, why do you burn both you and me by bathing in the trickling urine of the ass of deviousness and hypocrisy? Contemplating these verses forces us to become introspective, even if such introspection causes us pain when we see in ourselves the obnoxious qualities Raghunatha Dasa is describing. We are devoid and hypocritical, and we are bathing in the burning urine of an ass. The mind, often ever so subtly, seduces us into seeking fame, and it is willing to use hypocrisy, deceit, and even self deceit to attain it. Pradishta Pradishtadi Yada Upasaka Dana. Pride is a weed that chokes the devotional creeper, or a weed that often survives by deceptively disguising itself as humility. Material desires, anartha, offenses, weakness of heart, have we invested our hope in these obstacles, expecting them to actually deliver the happiness we long for? Yet the mind relentlessly grasps at them, hoping for satisfaction by bathing in the burning urine of an ass. Raghunatha Dasa suggests a different type of path. You should delight both you and me by eternally bathing in the glistening nectar ocean of pure love for Sri Gandharva Giridhari. The mind will never be satisfied with its material activities. It can only become truly satisfied by bathing in the nectar of the holy names, sincerely chanted in the association of devotees. Srila Prabhupada had his own technique for dealing with the mind. Simply ignore it and keep busy in Krishna's service, either by chanting, hearing, or otherwise serving the holy name. He also suggested that we not chant to enjoy the holy name, but as servants of the name. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura instructed his disciples to pray to the personified name to make them worthy of serving him. Become a servant of the holy name. What does it mean to become a servant of the holy name? Srila Srila Prabhupada was such a great servant of Krishna's name because he fulfilled the desire of the holy name and of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that the holy name by spread throughout the world. Srila Prabhupada exemplified incredible dedication to the service, and as Srila Prabhupada saw everything else he did as part of this main service, so we too can remain consciously aware how our services are either directly or indirectly connected to serving Krishna's holy name and spreading his glories. Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, Chetasa sarva karmani mai sannyasa buddhi yogam upastritya machitta satadam bhava. In all activities, just depend upon me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. Don't let Maya divide serving the holy name from serving Krishna, the person. The materialistic mind is so clever that it will turn service into work. Service should not become a job which is part of our career. It should remain seva, our devotional offering. Krishna says that in the ninth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita that devotees can offer flowers, food, and water, but what do these particular items mean in and of themselves? Does Krishna need flowers? They may have a beautiful fragrance, but when offered, they assume still more significance because they become the external manifestation of our devotional appreciation. When someone presents us with a rose, we take it as a gesture of affection. The rose is only the external manifestation of internal affection, while it's possible to make mechanical offerings in which one never gets past the external ritual. We want to deepen our internal devotion to imbue real meanings of the external gesture. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Mataji.
Yeah, I think I prepared from the previous chapter, Prabhu. I will read what I prepared. So
Sure,
the
Mataji, yeah, you can do whatever summary you prepared.
yeah,
That's fine.
end of the ninth chapter emphasize the importance of focusing on devotion, specifically love for Radha and Krishna, and rejecting the mind's tendency to wander into materialistic desires. It stresses the need to prioritize developing love for Radha and Krishna above everything else, and to disregard the mind's if only reveries that lead to material attachments. The only truly valuable learning is the desire to become a true devotee. Material attachments trap us in a cycle of desires, hindering spiritual progress. The holy name of Krishna, Nama Chintamani, has the power to transform the heart, like the iron turned into gold. But this requires conscious engagement. Ultimately, the passage warns against neglecting the holy names, as doing so will inevitably lead to future regret. Chapter 10 discusses the controlling the restless mind, which involves a combination of spiritual practices and practice techniques. primarily focusing the mind on Krishna's lotus feet, particularly through chanting Krishna's names is emphasized. However, when the mind proves difficult to conquer, methods like broomstick and shoe method is mentioned here, which is basically disciplining the mind, and the technique of neglect by disobeying the mind's negative impulses are suggested, but it don't work for everyone. The second option is pleading with the mind to become a friend and redirecting it towards devotion to spiritual masters, holy places, and the divine couple of Radha and Krishna is recommended. These approaches aim to shift the mind's focus from worldly desires and negativity towards spiritual devotion. Hare Krishna.